Getting a job offer is exciting, especially if you've been job hunting for months with no luck. But here's something most people will never tell you. Not every job is worth taking. Some workplaces might look good on the outside. Nice website, fancy job title, a smiley interviewer. But once you are in, you start seeing things. The pressure, the disrespect, the silent burnout. That is when you realized you walked into a toxic company culture. And trust me, by the time you realize it, it is already draining your energy. In this video, I want to help you avoid that. I'm going to show you how to spot the red flags before you accept the offer, because your peace of mind is more valuable than a job title. If you are watching this video and you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If this kind of content speaks to you, chances are it will also speak to someone else who needs this information, and subscribing helps more people find it. Let's get into it. Let me take you back to one of my early full-time roles. On paper, everything looked solid. The company was well known, the salary was a step up, and the people in the interview were super friendly. But from day one, I felt like something was off. I remember asking about training and support during the onboarding process. The response I got was, "We like people who can figure things out quickly." At the time, I brushed it off. I thought maybe they just wanted independent thinkers. But what they really meant was, you are on your own. There was no mentorship, no feedback from my manager, no clarity of what my role was. I was expected to hit the ground running, even if they never gave me shoes to run with. And the pressure, the confusion, the fear of asking questions, it all built up fast. I then realized this was not a healthy place to grow. It was a place that expected output, but gave no guidance or care. That experience taught me to listen to my gut and to look deeper than the job title before saying yes to a job offer. The truth is, culture is not written on a company website. It's felt in how people interact, in how they treat one another, in the energy of the space. And yes, I know people know when you are unemployed and trying to get in, it is hard to think about culture. You just want to get hired. But trust me, no job offer is worth your mental health. So before you accept that offer, slow down. Pay attention to how the interviewers make you feel. Were they respectful of your time? Did they speak to you with kindness, or did they talk down to you? Did they ask questions that made you feel seen, or did they just rush through the process like you were a number? Culture shows up in the small things. It is in how they speak to the reception staff, how they speak to each other when you sit in that interview room. It is in whether they talk about the team or only about targets. One of the best ways to spot a toxic work environment is by asking the right questions at the end of the interview. And yes, you are allowed to ask. Try asking something like, what does growth look like here for someone in this role? How does the team handle feedback and communication during high pressure times? What are some of the values that the team live by, not just on the wall, but day to day? Watch how they answer. If they get defensive, vague, or start talking in circles, that is a red flag. If they say things like, we expect our people to work under pressure without hand-holding, or we don't believe in work-life balance when deadlines are tight, believe them. That is them telling you, this place will take, but it will not build. And you are not just looking for a job, you are looking for growth, safety, and longevity. We check reviews for restaurants. We check ratings before we buy items online. So why would you not check the reputation of a company that is about to take 40 plus hours of your time every week? Do your homework. Look at the company's LinkedIn page. What kind of posts are they sharing? Is it all hype and no people? Search their name on Google with words like scam or labor court. And here's a big one. Check the company on Glassdoor if it is available, or even just ask someone on LinkedIn who works there. Something simple like, "Hi, I'm exploring opportunities with your company. Would you be open to sharing what the work culture has been like in your experience?" Some might not reply, but the ones who do, they will tell you things that job advertisement never will. This part is important. Even if you are desperate for a job, you are still allowed to walk away from a bad offer. I know that sounds crazy, but staying in a toxic work environment just for the salary can cost you way more in the long run. Your energy, your sleep, your confidence, and your happiness. It's okay to say no. It's okay to trust that the right opportunity will not ask you to shrink yourself or survive stress in silence. You deserve to grow in a space where you are respected, where you are supported, where you are not walking on eggshells every day. So don't let desperation make decisions for you. Here's what I want you to remember. The job might look shiny, the offer might feel like a lifeline, but if the culture is toxic, the cost is way too high. Pay attention to the vibes, ask the hard questions, do your research, and most importantly, listen to your gut feeling. You are not just building a career here, you are building a life. If this video gave you clarity or saved you from walking into a toxic company, drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I want to hear from you. What is one workplace red flag you have experienced or avoided? My name is Alec. This is 360 Careers, helping you grow, show up, and get hired. Let's go.